And speaking of giant subwoofers from Ascendo, we have a little news here. This is their brand new speaker, which they're calling the Ascendo Halo 10 Proactive EXT Cardioid. I guess they're calling it a cardioid because it has the circular pattern around the tweeter, which is in the middle. So this is a three-way active
like
speaker.
Subwoofer.
So I think it was kind of like a flower almost.
Yeah.
So as Ascendo explains it, unlike conventional speakers that radiate sound omnidirectionally, often causing unwanted reflections and bass buildup, the Halo 10 directs low-frequency energy forward, minimizing rear-wall interactions. In the middle, there's a 10-inch mid-range driver operating at 200 hertz up, paired coaxially with a 3-inch compression driver surrounded by 6 8-inch woofers in a cardioid array.
6 8-inch woofers.
So that's a big speaker. Unfortunately, that's not going to show us the size because it's just a little speaker. But there's some videos out there on YouTube where it's actually pretty big. It's like this yay big. As you can imagine, 6 8-inch drivers is pretty big. And by the way, I don't know if this is confirmed price, but my inside contact over at CEDIA today told me that the price for that speaker is $60,000. So this is their new one. So now they have the 2432 50-inch,
and a
64-inch, 80-inch, and then the 100-inch. So this one here, I guess we don't really have to read too much on it, but it says unmatched performance, unrivaled impact. With each full excursion, the 64 displaces as much air as 40 18-inch subwoofers, a figure that is almost inconceivable until experienced. Its output is monumental, up to 148 dB peak SPL, 113 dB LFE reference level at 5 hertz in large rooms. Effortless response down to 1 hertz. Yet, with all that force, it remains incredibly fast and surgically precise thanks to its sealed, ultra-rigid braced enclosure and exceptionally low resonance frequency. The 64 sub delivers a lightning-fast impulse response and class-leading low group delay below 20 hertz, outperforming every subwoofer on the market in its class.
Magnetar. We've got some brand new 4K Ultra HD / media players. The UDP 900 Mark II and UDP 800 Mark II are purpose-built to support virtually every physical and digital format under one roof. 4K, Ultra HD, Blu-ray, SACD, stored and networked media with reference-level video processing and elite audio performance. Series-wide enhancements include a new refresh to the proprietary Magnetar video processing engine, optimizing color reproduction, contrast, brightness, and noise reduction with improved upscaling, setting a new bar in ultra-premium picture quality across all supported media formats, as well as upgraded audio architecture across both models to ensure cleaner signal delivery, reduced distortion, and more accurate reproduction of high-resolution audio. So the UDP 800 Mark II refines Magnetar's most accessible model with upgrades tailored to deliver elevated performance for cinephiles and enthusiasts, featuring a newly designed 2.0 audio offering incorporating 7 OPA 1602 op amps for low noise, high precision audio, precision HDMI jitter correction, and enhanced EMI shielding. The player ensures cleaner, more accurate sound. An upgraded sound dampened chassis suppresses vibration for quieter operation, while improved disc mechanics and copper wiring upgrades bring stability and durability. Networking refinements such as support for room-ready certification elevate the player functionality, making the UDP 800 Mark II the ideal solution for those seeking reference-level playback performance without stepping into flagship territory. So the UDP 900 Mark II is Magnetar's latest flagship offering, delivering reference-grade performance across all formats. At its core is a redesigned audio processing system featuring dual ESS 9038 Pro DACs, the industry's most advanced digital-to-analog converters, paired with TMDS retiming on the dedicated HDMI audio port to virtually eliminate jitter and preserve every sonic detail. Advanced XMOS USB audio playback supports formats up to 768 PCM, 512 DSD, ensuring flawless reproduction of high-resolution music libraries. Further refinements to the flagship model include expanded networking capabilities and refinements, as well as support for Roon-Ready certification, ensuring it meets both current and future demands of high-end installations. This commitment to excellence was recently recognized by the ISA Awards, with the UDP 900 Mark II named the best home theater disc player for 2025 to 2026. So, the Magnetar UDP 900 Mark II and UDP 800 Mark II are slated to begin shipping in Q4 2025 and will be available through Magnetar's authorized dealer and its distributor network. MSRP for the UDP 900 Mark II is $32.99, and MSRP for the UDP 800 Mark II is $17.99. Dolby Vision2 got announced this week, the same time that these new players got announced. So I'm assuming either at launch, these will be supported, or later down the line, they're going to add a update to where they can support that.
Did you email them asking?
No. I have not yet, because they're at CEDIA right now, so they're probably not
gotcha.
giving them. They sent me the press kit, I think on Tuesday, so I'll reach out to them. I don't even know if they can tell me yet, but I'm pretty sure that those new Blu-ray players are going to be able to support that at some point.
If not, it's going to really suck.
Yeah.
I mean, because I had mentioned you're going to need new movies and stuff. I wonder if they're actually going to start, encoding the new stuff.
Yeah, because then you have to think about bit rate and bandwidth too for those discs. I don't know what how much more bandwidth it's going to take and how much bit rate it's going to take up, but if it can't handle it, the dual layer, then yeah, they're going to have to do, unless they're just going to keep it with streaming and TVs and stuff.
Yeah, that's a very popular video, especially among the collectors, at least on my channel.
I know, 37K last I looked.
Yeah, the video blew up, and people are just like, I'm not going to upgrade my 4K player. I'm not going to need new movies, blah, 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 blah. I was like, damn guys. I mean, remember when they came out with that Dolby Vision IQ, where it was
yeah.
I don't think that ever took off.
I don't think anybody ever used it.
Yeah. I'm surprised they're calling it Dolby Vision 2. Why wouldn't they just call it something different, like Dolby Vision Spectrum or something like that?
Somebody in one of my in the comments said they suspect that they're just combining Dolby Vision IQ, maybe an updated version of it, and just calling it Dolby Vision 2. I don't know about that, but because there's not a whole lot of information other than what they've released on Dolby Vision 2, so I'm sure there's gonna be more information coming out over the next couple weeks and months. But
yeah. Well, then people were just like, is my TV gonna get updated? I don't know if that's. It sounds like it's going to be a new hardware thing because Hisense is coming out with it on their new TVs. They didn't mention anything about going backwards with their older TVs. So it sounds like it might be a hardware thing.
So what I said in my video is I'm pretty sure, just kind of with I think the NVIDIA Shield, the first one, the same thing with that one, Dolby Vision, those could support it. But it's the licensing, because it's something that has to do with, because I guess the hardware was already out or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking the same thing as with these, the Hisense TV. I have the 2025 U8QG. It's their flagship 65-inch. I'm pretty sure that TV can support it, but I don't know if it's going to get the update just because it's oh no, we have to use new technology. I'm pretty sure the TV is powerful enough to support it, but they're probably going to do the thing where no, you have to buy the new TVs with the new chipset and licensing and all that stuff. So, and it's going to be more expensive.
Yeah, and I did read. I guess this has a thing where if you are a creator, content creator, that they're going to have that motion smoothing thing built in. I don't know. I forgot what the proper name was, but they can encode that in their, what's it called again? Industry adoption. It is called, let's go beyond, content intelligence. Anyways, they can encode their movies with like smoother frame rates. So, like say you put it into Dolby Vision 2 mode, and when it comes to them skiing or something like that, you can say inside that as you're editing it, I want this part to be smooth,
Hmm.
and then the TV will kick into like the smooth motion portion. They make everything like 48 frames per second or something like that.
So does that mean they're making it available like as an editor, like an editing software?
Yeah, I hear like it's in the editing suite,
Interesting.
you know, which is part of the because I saw another video on it. I think they kind of mentioned it here somewhere, but content intelligence, blah, 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 blah. With AI capabilities, it will intelligently adapt to give you the best presentation. I forgot where it brought up the whole motion thing.
I'm not gonna hold my breath on that AI though, because I mean, we've reviewed a lot of the same
Well,
projectors, and the AI on that stuff is usually garbage.
it's like the Sony stuff. The reality creation is kind
Yeah,
of like their own version of AI, which I don't know if anybody uses, but I never use it.
I don't. I only turn it on for the reviews just to see like, hey, this is what it looks like, and I don't like it.
On the Zidoo player, it's really kind of crappy. You
That,
ever
that's
tried that?
that's the
Yeah,
worst one.
it's like a selling feature too.
I know. It's like it was one of their selling features. So I was like, okay, let me check this out. I was like, I don't even think I showed it in my review because I was like, this is horrible.
I think it only works if you're watching 1080p. Then it AI
Yeah,
upscales,
yeah, that's right.
and
Yeah,
it's really red too. It makes everything like overly pink.
yeah,
At
it
least
looked
on mine.
horrible.
Yeah. So that's a Dolby Vision 2, which pretty sure you're probably gonna need some new hardware for it.
At least TVs.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be backwards compatible with regular Dolby Vision. Like, why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
A
Oh yeah.
brand new update for JVC owners. So, JVC offers free firmware upgrade for the NZ900, NZ800 projectors. Let's see what the free firmware highlights are. So, free firmware highlights Frame Adapt HDR Vivid. So, if you are a fan of the overly saturated vivid mode on your displays, this now has Frame Adapt HDR Vivid. Frame Adapt feature based on the perceptual quantizer curve, proprietary video processing technology for HDR content. JVC has remarkably improved contrast and color expression of the entire image by brightening, well, same stuff as before, just vivid mode. Highlight color control. JVC understands that not all home theater and video environments are alike. With its highlight color control feature coupled with its frame adapt HDR technology mode, the balance between brightness and saturation in highly intensity scenes is achieved. Now color and vivid scenes do not need to be sacrificed for brighter and vivid images. The images can be catered to your specific viewing needs through low, medium, and high levels, giving you the flexibility to cater your own preferences. So I guess we can, well, JVC owners can control the highlight areas, the bright areas,
That's
for more
interesting.
vivid colors. So it just sounds like they're really kind of fine tuning their tone mapping. And then this is new. Multiple pixel control. In standard mode, improvements have been made to create images that are more natural and realistic. A new function, Smoother, has been added to our proprietary MPC super resolution circuit. This effectively reduces artifact noise caused by video data compression and enables smoother and more realistic 8K video imaging while maintaining a natural high definition feel. It reduces visual incongruity and further enhances the quality of the video experience, even in videos that require the fine detail and sharpness. So look at that. Conventional versus standard. I guess it looks less noisy. So this they showed this off at CEDIA as well. This is in the news. I did a conversion of RRP, 170,000 to US dollars. I think it came to about $10.30. I was like, Google, are you giving me the
Buy
right price
now.
here?
Buy now. Buy 5.
If anybody's in the chat here that knows what the conversion is, RRP to US dollars, put it down in the comments section.
I didn't even heard of RRP.
But this is the Deus Invicta 60 infrasonic powered subwoofer package. It comes with the Invicta amp, which is I guess 20,000 watt amp, And then the subwoofer itself, which they're calling the god of infrasound, which is strange since you're showing this off at a show that has a subwoofer 4 inches
Yeah,
bigger.
that's funny.
But let's see, the technical specs are high SPL ultra low distortion, 143 dB at 80 hertz, 112 dB at 5 hertz. Fully customizable enclosure, outdoor ready. So I guess you can work this thing outside.
Why would you? Who would be
Ascendo.
putting that outside?
Seno, can you do that? Is yours waterproof?
Right.
Fully Clipple validated in-house. Oh, they're not messing around. How would you even measure that on the
I
Clipple?
don't know.
Two 6,000 watt 2 RU rack mount ultra low distortion class D amplifier integrated DSP for subwoofer integration or bypass for external bass management, optional AES Dante input. And yeah, that's I mean they also have a 18-inch one as well, but that's 60. That's a 60 inches. I wish they would have came up with a different name than Invicta, because if you are a fan of watches, you know that Invicta is probably the absolute bottom barrel in
Really?
in the watch world. It's just as bad as getting a fossil watch. So I really wish you guys would have picked a different name for
That's
that.
funny.
But yeah, only 170,000 RRPs. So this is their all new, all digital, all digi preamp processor. Let's go through the prices on this right quick. Where did I have that photo? Oh, all right. So the Altitude CI comes in a few different configurations. So the first one is so these start at like 8 channels, and then you can scale them all the way up to 32 channels. And let me see if there's a picture of the back of this.
I'm curious how, like, is there that many people that are like, I don't want 13 channels, I want just 8? Like, that
Yeah,
seems hard to believe.
I guess if you want to start off low, start off small,
I guess so.
possibly. But here, does that show up on the stream? Okay, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
All right, so you can see here that there are actually 8 analog outputs. So if you pick up the base model, you get 8 analog outputs. You're going to have to get the pigtail from this over to like RCA or XLRs. So you get that included with it, so you don't need to get any of their digital amplifiers. But for the Altitude 8 CI, starting at $11,000, which, it's not bad considering
It's not bad.
it's a Trinnov. And if you want to run a 7.1 channel setup, you're, just real basic 7 channel, $11,000. Then obviously you can scale up. And every time you want to add an extra 2 channels, it is like an extra $1,000, like extra $1,200. So
That's
you
not
start,
bad.
yeah. So Altitude 8 is $11,000. Add another 2 channels. Altitude 10, $12,250. Altitude 12, $13,500. Altitude 14, $14,750. Altitude 16, $16,000. Altitude 18, $17,250. Altitude 20, $18,500. Altitude 22, $19,750. Altitude 24, which is what I have. Actually, no, I have more than that. Altitude 24 is $21,000. Altitude 26, $22,250. Altitude 28, which is what I have, $23,500. Altitude 30, $24,750. And then altitude 32, if you scale all the way up, you max out that chassis, $26,000 even.
Trade in your car.
Trade that car in. So 26 G's, and next year they will have a 64 channel version of this.
Jeez.
For those really big setups. And this, of course, supports Dante AES67 Ravina. So this is all AOIP, or audio over IP. So if you take your Ethernet cable and just string them together with the compatible amplifiers, then you can obviously go all digital. I believe their altitude 16, no, amplitude 16. If you have one like you have one, there is an
Hmm.
update for it. You can not firmware, hardware upgrade
Hmm.
over yours into that. So you wouldn't, for you personally, you wouldn't have to buy a brand new amplifier.
Yeah, that's nice. That is appealing to me though. Like I've seen Dante last year.
Hmm.
It was Storm, but I was like, man, the amount of cables that you just like get rid of is astonishing to me. Cleaner setup, I'm sure, less heat, all that stuff. But I think the analog's supposed to still sound a little bit better, right?
I don't know. I was watching I sent you that podcast where the dude was like, he was like, well, our connections are a little bit better on the older ones. So
That's
I don't know.
interesting.
I don't know. I mean, when I spoke to John, he was just like, there's going to be people out there that think of the old digital connection is going to sound better. And if that's what they want to believe,
Mm.
we're happy to sell them the CI. So he wasn't saying that one was better than the other, but these are all three models are going to all exist on the same plane, so not one was either above the other one. They're all just used for different use case and installations. So he doesn't think that many people are going to sell their 16s and 32s for this unless
Mm.
they just want to side grade. Not necessarily an upgrade, but a side grade, as they say.
Yeah. I don't know if I like not having the controls either. Like that it's just all digital. Like I like having the volume control on the front and stuff like that. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
it's
Sleeker.
it's sleeker and it's
Yeah.
better for custom integration and like if you want to just pull out your iPad or something and go in
Hmm.
there, but I don't know, there's just something about that tactile feel.
I think the 32 looks cooler than this one. Like it's got
Yeah.
the engraved logo and stuff on the front and
Hmm.
all that. It just looks like it would cost it's $45,000 price tag. Like that doesn't look
Yeah.
like it would cost 26 grand. I'm sure it's I think people were just wondering if it was going to sound any different, but they're all using the same software. They're all the same decoding, so they should technically process the same UI and everything like that. It's just you're getting one digital, one and the other one's digital slash analog. And I believe the older ones are also at some point in time, I don't know when, supposed to be getting the upgrade as well.
The GUI.
No, the AES, audio over
Oh,
IP
yeah, yeah.
upgrade. So if you don't want to go all digital, I don't know when the hardware upgrade would be available because they've been saying this for 4 years now. Because I had John on the podcast talking about 4 years ago that the feature would come to the 16 and 32. So I mean,
That would be nice.
I would rather have the 32 still stay in my rack and just have that feature.
Yeah.
I mean, I
I'm
don't know what I would benefit from, but who
I'm
knows?
excited about the because we should be getting the new GUI,
Yeah, yeah.
the
Towards the
web
end of the
GUI,
year.
right?
Yeah.
Man, that talk about an outdated GUI, man. Like when I first got it, I was like, "What is this?" I mean, like if you go to the the more expert one, it's just like, "Why does this still look like this?" This is like 480p, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. It's
gonna be
bad.
nice.
Yeah, I saw the demo. I think there's a couple of videos on YouTube that showed it off,
Hmm.
and it looks like their app that they have now just expanded.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I wish they had that in the app. I wish they would expand the app too, because being able to use your iPad just right there, that would be cool. But I guess it doesn't really make a difference if you're on a mobile device,
I
whether
hear
it's in the app.
they I hear they worked on that little audio delay at the beginning of pressing play.
Oh man, I hope so,
Yeah.
because that's the one thing that I'm like, why can't they fix this?
Oh, and I believe from what I hear as well, it's getting all the newest codecs for like Dolby and DTS
Oh
and
yeah.
Oro and all that. So for at least for Dolby Surround, anyways, if you guys were using the Dolby Surround upmixer, it would never upmix to the wide channels. If you wanted the wide channels to be active, you had to choose Neural X. But the new codec for Dolby Surround is going to enable your wide channels.
Nice. Fortunately, I don't have my room's not wide enough for it. I mean, I could probably make it work, but I'd have to get additional two speakers and But yeah, that's nice that they're doing that.
Yeah.
And free upgrades.
Free upgrade. I mean, you're paying a big chunk up
Yeah.
front, but yeah, free
that's
upgrades.
that's part of the whole thing. Like you pay a big chunk up front, but then they always give you those free upgrades.
Yeah.
So,
Also, this if you purchase this and you want to use it with your current amps, keep in mind that you're going to have to buy some DACs, and DACs aren't cheap, especially if you have a lot of channels.
yeah.
Yeah. So that, I wonder if the amps I have, the 8Ms, I wonder if there's a expansion port in the back. I'm not sure. I'll have to check on that. I don't think it is though, because it came out before the 16. But yeah, man, that's just, entry the cost of entry to the Altitude CI starts at $11,000.
It's not bad. madVR announces next-gen ENVY Extreme Mark III and Core Mark II video processors and unveils plans for major new software release. So the Core Mark II starts at $5,000, $5,995.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's what, like 1,000 more than the Mark One.
Yeah.
So through December 1st, 2025, 6,995 thereafter. So after December, it's going to go up. But you get, let's see, you get a powerful NVIDIA 5060 GPU, a more robust CPU, and double the RAM. And it's 8K ready with support for HDMI 2.1 and full 48 gigabits per second input and output bandwidth for the highest quality signals today and into the future. See, it says for users seeking full 8K input and output upscaling and processing, the most aggressive low latency gaming, the Core MK2 premium package of $17.95 unlocks these capabilities and adds other advanced features such as patent pending dynamic subtitle overlay and doubles the warranty from 2 to 4 years, delivering unmatched power. Let's see. So the Core Mark II offers full HDMI 2.1 and it includes patented HDR dynamic tone mapping, nonlinear stretch. So, and it looks like this one does have AI upscaling, whereas the Mark I does not have AI upscaling. And then I have this image that they had at CEDIA, so you can see the incoming signal. So this is the, I believe this is the Mark II. So you can see the resolution is 3840 by 2160, but the frame rate is 120.
Mm-hmm.
So then you've got your 444 chroma 12-bit, BT20. So this is basically gaming. I guess this is like God of War, but
Yeah.
For those of you that are gamers and because before you had to use the pass-through function on at least on the core that I have, like otherwise you're gonna get some pretty bad lag. So